Hey everyone, my name is Ash and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to have a discussion regarding the social media personality, Gabbie Hanna. Initially, when planning this video, I wanted to discuss the internet and my own personal feelings about her and Trisha Paytas. However, due to there being more recent discussion about Gabbie only due to Trisha canceling themselves, I feel like we would have a more well-rounded discussion just focusing on Gabbie. Personally speaking, I have known about Miss Hanna since her Vine days. While I never kept up with her like that, I knew she was around, especially when she got into hot water. I assume if you're watching this video, you must be up to date with her recent happenings, but if not, let me briefly bring you up to speed. Gabbie Hanna has recently come under fire for the docu-series she is hosting on her channel. In this series, she discusses her side of many scandals and situations she has been in over the years. She confronts many other content creators like Graceffa, Trisha Paytas, drama channels, and more. She even goes as far as dropping receipts, like screenshots of text messages, to prove her point and explain her side of the drama. However, in this attempt to clear her name, she has ruffled the feathers of those she has been talking about. So for today's video, let's try to get into the head of Gabbie Hanna and discuss what is next for her. If that sounds interesting to you, please feel free to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Being transparent here, I wrote a bunch of bullet points over time of my thoughts and feelings about Gabbie and what she's been doing for the past couple of months or so. These have ranged from genuine frustration to concern, so let's get into it. Around the time Gabbie started to get into it with people on Twitter, it was suspected that the whole thing was simply a ploy to get her name out there for an upcoming song or project. I recalled Gabbie and Angelica Oles, a drama commentary here on YouTube, exchanging words and screenshots of each other, with things going rather left after a while. Something that I noted that really bothered me about Gabbie was her lack of self-control when it comes to verbally attacking people. Gabbie called Angelica a on Twitter, which I found quite disrespectful because it did not need to come to that. It also doesn't help that she has also slung around words like abuser and manipulator at a lot of people for having an opinion on her. And what makes this situation worse is that Gabbie has been known to do this from over the years. From previous story times, calling her ex-friends crazy and calling a staff member on Escape the Night a dumb cunt, Gabbie has time and time again used her words for negative intentions. This comes off as kind of ironic, since Gabbie tends to be the one exhibiting more of the behaviors that she's pushing off on other people, especially women, which, coming from a woman who brings up injustices against women, but also adds to it? But I digress. Anyway, eventually, Gabbie drops her cover of the Alanis Morissette song, You Oughta Know. After that, many people felt that this was what all the Twitter beef was about, stirring up drama to eventually capitalize off it for views and money. So the assumption was that Gabbie's reign of terror was over now. Well, you would be wrong. Gabbie has since come out with the aforementioned docu-series, where she talks about the scandals she has been in over the years. In these videos, Gabbie attempts to redeem herself by explaining her side of the situations. This includes her past with Rice Gum, her alleged friendship with Trisha Paytas, her tumultuous time on being on the YouTube series Escape the Night, and much, much more. Ranging from 10 minutes to beyond, Gabbie talks to fans and other spectators about how she has felt over the years, being wronged in certain instances, and providing screenshots to prove her innocence. Gabbie goes even further to discuss her mental health, specifically her ADHD, and claims some of her actions stem from this and other things happening in her life. From what I've seen from Gabbie, she very much is trying to quote-unquote right her wrongs by explaining herself. From what I've seen of her content, Gabbie comes off genuinely upset that the internet has a certain perception of her that she can't seem to change. So she is finding every outlet, from YouTube, TikTok to OnlyFans, to try and salvage her career and credibility. Personally speaking, I am actually quite mystified that her team is letting her do all this. I know that a little controversy ain't much to celebrities and influencers, but Gabbie has practically dug herself into a hole. And unfortunately for Gabbie, a lot of people on the internet don't seem to buy much of what she is saying, some of which is due to the fact that it does not sound like it comes from a fully sincere place. Like I said, she has brought up her mental health quite a few times, which, while we can agree can be hard to deal with, is not a crutch for bad behavior. Gabbie is openly aware of her mental health, but seems to be doing the opposite of what she could be doing, which is going offline and working on herself. She wants so desperately for people to care about her and her pain and issues, while disregarding those of Trisha, who openly stated on Twitter that Gabbie was messing with their mental health, and Jessie, who can't seem to move forward from her history with Curtis Lepore because Gabbie has found many ways over the years to bring the situation back up. Another issue is that Gabbie, simply put, isn't telling the whole truth. Since her videos have come out, she has received responses from commentary channels, most notably Angelica Oles, for misrepresenting the wishes of a mother who lost her child and asking for apologies on behalf of her. She has even been called out by Jessie again and has even garnered a response from ex-friend Joey Graceffa. These response videos have caused quite a bit of backlash as they provide their side of the story with their own receipts, disproving what Gabbie said as half-truths or straight-up lies. This conflict causes people to completely discredit Gabbie, which sucks on her end. Now, do I believe Gabbie is 100% wrong in what she is saying? No. However, am I, like many others, hesitant to hear her out? Yeah. Gabbie wants us to hear her side, but I feel like she has said it already. And unfortunately, in a lot of it, she's still in the wrong. She still spread false narratives, has hurt people, and is asking for apologies that she isn't even fully ready to give herself. I feel like Gabbie has this idea of herself that she wants others to see, and the fact that they don't generally does bother her. From what has been leaked from her OnlyFans, she does seem to care about what people think, especially the fans she talks so closely to. And I feel like she wants to come off as relatable and show people that she messed up and is trying to quote-unquote correct it. For example, in her series, she has stated that she can be a bitch and has those moments. And I can agree, we all have those moments. However, Gabbie has said and done some pretty harsh things in her moments of being a bitch, and it, quite frankly, doesn't justify it. With all that said, I don't really have a sound conclusion on the topic of Gabbie Hanna. She is clearly going through a lot more than any of us know or will ever truly know, and I don't fully understand what Gabbie's real agenda is, whether that be reviving her career, proving her innocence, trying to make money by way of controversy, or simply just self-sabotaging. But in the end, time will tell. So now that I've said all that, I turn the mic over to you. What do you think is next for Gabbie Hanna? Do you think she'll be able to come out ahead on this? Or is this really the end of the road for her? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And with that being said, this brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!